Millionaire mom catches housekeeper teaching 9 languages to her autistic son, and everything changes. The Sterling mansion was the kind of place where silence ruled. Marble floors stretched like rivers of glass, chandeliers dripped with light, and servants moved like shadows, seen but never heard. At the center of it all was Catherine Sterling, a millionaire widow known for her perfection. She demanded order, control, and loyalty. And above all, she demanded results for her only son, Henry. Henry was 10 years old, brilliant in ways Catherine didn't fully understand, but he had autism. He rarely spoke, avoided eye contact, and often disappeared into his own world. Catherine had spent millions on therapists, tutors, specialists, all of them failed. Each one left, muttering that Henry was too difficult. But one person never left, Elena Johnson, the black housekeeper. Quiet, unnoticed, underestimated. She scrubbed the mansion's floors, polished the silver, and washed dishes while others mocked her simple clothes and plain shoes. Catherine barely looked at her, except to issue instructions. Until one evening, Catherine heard something strange. She was walking past Henry's study when she froze. Through the door came a voice, Elena's voice. Soft, melodic. And then, shockingly, another voice. Henry's. But he wasn't repeating English words. He was speaking French. Catherine's heart skipped. She pressed closer to the door. Elena's voice again, this time in Spanish. And Henry answered, perfectly, his eyes bright, his face alive in a way Catherine had never seen. Catherine pushed the door open. Her jaw dropped. Henry sat at the table surrounded by books and flashcards. Elena knelt beside him, smiling with pride. On the chalkboard behind them, scrawled in perfect handwriting, were words in 9 different languages: French, Spanish, Italian, Mandarin, German, Russian, Arabic, Japanese, and Portuguese. Henry, Elena said gently, can you show me how to say thank you in Japanese? Henry turned, his eyes meeting his mother's for the first time in years. He whispered, arigato, mama. Catherine's hand flew to her mouth. Tears blurred her vision. Elena, she whispered. What is this? Elena rose slowly, wringing her hands. I didn't mean to overstep, ma'am. But Henry, he doesn't learn the way others do. He sees patterns, rhythms. Languages, they're like music to him. Once I noticed, I started teaching him. He already knows all 9. Catherine staggered back. 9. Elena nodded. Yes, ma'am. He's a genius. He just needed someone to listen. The room spun. Catherine had paid fortunes to experts who declared her son hopeless. Yet here was the housekeeper, the woman she never truly saw, unlocking the brilliance no one else could touch. Before Catherine could speak, the door creaked again. Other staff had gathered, whispering. One sneered, she's lying. She's just a maid. Probably filling his head with nonsense. Another laughed. 9 languages. From her? Impossible. Henry's eyes darkened. For the first time, he slammed his fist on the table. Stop, he shouted, in flawless German. The room went silent. Catherine's tears spilled. She turned to the staff, her voice cold as steel. You all mocked her. You all doubted her. But she has given my son more than any of you ever could. From this moment forward, Elena Johnson is not the help. She is Henry's tutor, his mentor, and part of this family. The staff stared, humiliated. Elena gasped, her hands covering her mouth. Catherine stepped closer, her voice breaking. You've given me my son back. I can never repay that, but I will try. Within weeks, newspapers blazed with the story, Millionaire's autistic son speaks 9 languages thanks to Housekeeper. Elena was no longer a maid. She was celebrated, respected, invited to speak at conferences about unconventional teaching. She and Henry worked side by side, his brilliance shining brighter each day. And Catherine. She learned the greatest lesson of her life. Sometimes miracles don't come from money, doctors, or experts. Sometimes, they come from the person everyone else overlooks, the one scrubbing floors quietly, carrying genius in her heart. Because one woman listened, one boy's world opened. And one family was changed forever.